Hey people, this Broken Puppet, and this is how to draw an old school lighthouse, but also how to build up designs. So it's rather than being one little one, you turn it into one sort of like full on design. Enjoy. People, how to do an old school lighthouse design in a nice kind of ornamental kind of like, well not ornamental but decorative kind of, setting. So it's kind of sort of teaching you more like how to build up designs rather than just doing one single thing. So if you imagine the way I've got in my head, I'm thinking I want the design to fit in an oval shape. So if we're thinking sort of like this sort of size, and then I'm thinking like, maybe we've got this oval shape, I'll have like, rope. It's like quite like almost like a banner that'll come out. I could have it going the whole way around, but I think I want something a bit different. So what I'm going to do is get the rope when it gets to here. I'm going to twist it. Now it's going to be a bit more like a new school kind of, not exactly new school, but more neo-traditional twist. Old school usually just flows, and, I'm going to make quite a sharp bend. So I'm going to curve it out this way. Go over there. Have like a tip to the rope. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Same at the bottom, I need a feature here, so I'm going to do like an old school flower maybe. Going to fit in this section, so just like circle that. And I've got this space to the side I want to build up, so I'm thinking maybe add some leaves. Leaves are always really good for building up. Same little come around the side, so I'm going to bring up a line here, line off of that. I might do little leaf just off the top of that, one off the side, one off the side, one there. Getting it nice and symmetric. In here thinking like some waves at the bottom, so just put a little wave section. Lighthouse is the centre feature, so bring in the lines, one coming this way, one coming slightly this way, so symmetric, not dead straight, sort of slightly tilted inwards, getting smaller as it goes up. Box shape for the light's going to be. There's a little detailing bit, it's going to look like a little rectangle bit just on top of that. One just around it, I might do a little window there. Just bring in some diagonal lines across to make the stripe. Have this curving up. Little roofy bit. Obviously the light beam, so I'm going to have light lines coming out diagonally at the sides. Make sure that is centre. Yeah, shift over just a touch, not quite centre for me. If you're not sure of centre, just draw a line up the centre and you can clearly see where you kind of like a little bit off. So I'm thinking that, these two lines here is kind of sealing off this top section, so this could be something else. Thinking maybe another flower, flowers are always perfect, and because this one's got like the leaves this bit, it just makes sense to add another flower. So I'm going to make this one slightly different. I'm going to come to like some sharp points, create some hard V shapes at the top of them. We'll line in between each one. Now you've got this kind of space here, so I'm thinking maybe just build up a little wiggly pattern, just to give this a bit more body to the side of this, just like so. Then I might add, a little curve pattern just here. Probably put some dots in that, and maybe just have like a leaf bit coming off of that. Some leaf bits coming from inside there. So now you kind of plotted it in, you know, you can sort of see the sort of thought process, just building out the sections, you know, if the space is empty or you want to build a certain shape, you know, just kind of work on that. Start with, I'm going to start off with a flare bit just here. Why? Because this one sits in front of everything, because it's at the front most. So I'm going to divide this up into 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bring these out just a touch bit more, so it's about even. Bring in your lines first and make sure they're all roughly about the same kind of length. It'll help you get, you know, the circular shape right. So I'm going to go up, up, down, up, up, down. So you see, just create a little bump at the top of each one, just in the centre, just like so. Line, 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 line. Next would be starting to get this rope. Now you can do the old school S way I've taught you. For this one I'm going to use a bit more basic. I'm going to parallel lines. Try giving the exact same distance apart if you can. Little loop, kind of bends just to the side. Just a bit of height, and much better bending the other way. Drag lines as far as you can. If you feel like you're struggling, then stop. But it's good practice to learn to sort of, you know, put your lines in one. You know, rather than kind of flicking them in. Then do these leafy bits. Just like so. Bring up their little centre line. So, leaf a bit. Now these two lines ain't quite perfect. Don't worry about it. One's at the side. Side there. And what I'm going to do, just going to bring up this wiggly line, just come up around this. Classic old school technique, just for adding body. And bring in these waves. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle across. We'll do the detail bit with thinner liner afterwards. Lighthouse. Take your time with this. You know me, I usually rush these a little bit. Lined up, lined up.
Curvy line, dot, 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 dot. Curvy line, dot, 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 dot. Straight line. Wiggly lines, go to the side of that. Then it's going to bring curve out and just keep looping this around until we get to the bottom. So you can see it's pretty much all about the pattern work with this sort of style one. Now, like I said, take your time, get it nice and even. Mine's a bit uneven, it's going pretty quick. Little window, line, 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 line. A little line just there. Put some clouds here, so curve, curve, curve. Just like so. If I can find it. There we go. Just going to some little detail bits now, just little bits in the wave, so I'm going to do the curves, bring these back. So just go up, follow the shape of the wave, then curve it down. Just create a few little different sections. Line down the center of each leaf bit. Like so. And just on the rope, I'm just going to bring in this diagonal line, slowly bending so your curve stays the same the whole way up it. Try getting back even apart. And this way. Little lines up that centre bit of rope. Just going to do a little line just each one of these V shapes. You see that's basic line work. Grab your rubber, let the pencil work out. Now get rid of some colouring and shading. First off, blacken these parts out. Just like so. I'm going to black out one half of these leaves at the bottom. Remember, you're doing old school, you always got to be willing to use your black. If you don't use your black, it just won't look right. Do that, grab me. Just going to use my markers as usual. Just mainly where it kind of falls behind places, like here, this sort of sits behind this flower, so I'm going to flip that in. Underneath there. Just there. Each one of these kind of little leafy bits. So just looking a little bit just on this way at the bottom. Do it from the sky. Put it down from the top. A bit just around that circle and a bit just around this one. Great. Just going to work the grey over that black. I'm going to fill up this section because I want this bit to kind of be like night sky in this bit, so I want this bit to be dark. Could use blue if you want. Let's go around this circle with the grey. These are just Winsor & Newton brush markers, and this is just plain old scrap paper. Now you don't need these markers to do this. You can use pencils, paints, whatever you want. Just makes it quick and easy for me to teach you. Look a little bit of grey just at the bottom of this leaf, just to clearly show that it's behind it. And now let's add some colour. Just going to colour this one in red. Let's go this ripe and brown. Red doesn't have to be brown. You can do rope blue, you can do it pink or red, whatever you want. Don't sort of feel like you have to stick to the raw book on the colours. Green for leaves. Colouring in this light yellow. Going that bit yellow. Grab me blue. Let's see. Each alternating one I'm going to colour in red. Like so. I'm going to colour this little top gap here just in red. Let's put just around the edge, going to do yellow. Nice bold block colours. Colouring this one blue. Green again. You can leave little white highlights if you want. Yeah, I'm just going for a really kind of bold look on this one. Good brown here. Like so, I'm going to get my grey. Where's my grey gone? It's going to put a little hint of a shadow just coming up inside the lighthouse. Not in the light. Make sure you don't do that. Just blend that out. Windows in black. And yeah, I think it's kind of clouds in grey. And there you have it. That is how to draw an old school lighthouse design. Really simple, just building out your design and that, you know, rather than just doing a base lighthouse. You got that, you got the background, you got the flowers, bits coming outside, little detail pattern work. It just helps broaden a design from being something small into something bigger. And I hope you like it. Check out my videos, subscribe, comment, yada yada yada. I'm the Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.